Manchester police to investigate shooting of 4-year-old. U.S. to deport 350,000 Venezuelans while Grants Pen residents protest police shooting. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. The United States Supreme Court said it will allow the Trump administration to terminate deportation protection for some 350,000 Venezuelans in the U.S. The ruling, which was issued on Monday, lifted a hold that was placed by a California judge that kept temporary protective status in place for Venezuelans whose status expired last month. Temporary protective status, or TPS as it is called, allows people to live and work in the United States legally if their home countries are deemed unsafe due to wars, natural disaster, or other extraordinary and temporary conditions. The ruling marks a win for U.S. President Donald Trump, who has repeatedly tried to use the Supreme Court to enact immigration policy decisions. Venezuelans living in the U.S. were first granted temporary protective status in 2021. Over in Jamaica, the 42 Haitians who landed in Portland over the weekend have been deported. The group, including a woman said to be 7 months pregnant, was picked up at Long Bay in Portland after landing in an area known as Ross Creek on Sunday. They were transported to Port Antonio Hospital where they were processed and later taken to the Port Antonio police station. The Haitians were said to have been in good health generally except for mild dehydration and other minor health issues. Meanwhile, the St. Catherine North Quick Response Team on Monday seized an AK-47 rifle with a magazine containing 14 rounds of ammunition on Dallas Lane in Spanish Town. An operation was carried out about 5:15 p.m. when the illegal firearm was found along the bank of a river in the area. No one was arrested in connection with that seizure. Meanwhile, the Manchester police have launched an investigation into the shooting death of a 4-year-old girl at Ingleside Boulevard in Hanbury district on Tuesday night. The deceased is 4-year-old Gia Grinnell. The police have not released details on the shooting, but it is said about 10 o'clock, Gia's mother, who is a licensed firearm holder, put her 4-year-old and 12-year-old children to bed. While in the bathroom, the woman reportedly heard an explosion and found Gia with a bullet wound to the back of the head. The child was rushed to hospital where she was pronounced dead. The mother's firearm had been left inside a handbag. Very sad indeed. Meanwhile, the St. Elizabeth police have charged a man who was held last month in connection with the seizure of a high-end motorcycle reportedly stolen in the United States. He has been identified as Cannell Ryan Gordon. Superintendent Coolidge Minto, head of the St. Elizabeth Police, said the motorcycle was seized during an operation on April 19 in the New Building Myersfield area. Mr. Gordon, who was at the premises, was taken into custody and charged. The police continued their investigation, which last week took them to the Junction Top Hill South Field, during which 5 additional high-end units were seized, including 2 BMW motorcycles. A man was shot and killed and a child wounded in the Delacree Park housing scheme in St. Andrew on Tuesday evening. The deceased has been identified as 26-year-old Oniko Anderson, otherwise called Nico, of the same community. An 8-year-old girl was also shot in the foot. According to the St. Andrew South Police, about 9 p.m., Anderson and the child were sitting among a group of people on Fairman Way when a vehicle drove up and stopped. A man alighted with a firearm and shot Mr. Anderson in the upper body, including the head. The child was also hit and admitted to hospital in stable condition. The police are now investigating whether Anderson's murder is linked to a recent dispute with a former associate. And it was also revealed that Anderson was charged in 2015 for murder and served a prison term of 3 years. The police are keeping a close watch on sections of Grants Pen in St. Andrew after residents staged roadblocks to protest against the police fatal shooting of a man from the community on Wednesday morning. Jadian Gooden, otherwise called Six, was shot dead during a police operation around 4 a.m. A firearm was reportedly seized in that operation. Residents of Grants Pen used burning debris to block sections of Grants Pen Road, Grants Pen Drive, Allardyce Drive, and Shortwood Lane. On to sports, Khadija Bonishaw, Manchester City's star forward and Jamaica's record-breaking goal scorer, won't be part of the Reggae Girls squad when they face the number one ranked United States in an international friendly in St. Louis, Missouri on June 3rd. The Reggae Girls are looking forward to the challenge, recognizing the importance of their preparation for qualifiers in October for the 2027 FIFA Women's World Cup. Head coach Hubert Busby said that Shaw's absence presents an opportunity for younger players to step up and showcase their skill. The Red Girls will also miss key player Rebecca Spencer and Drew Spence. Busby acknowledged the impact of their absence but emphasized the potential benefit for other players. Meanwhile, tonight will be the Jamaica Premier League finals with defending champions Cavalier facing last year runner-up Mount Pleasant. And it is a winner-take-all, and Mount Pleasant is playing a better brand of football and is going in as the favorite. But Cavaliers cannot be taken lightly as they always find a way to win even when they get outplayed. And it is going to be the third year in a row that these two teams will be meeting, with Mount Pleasant winning in 2023, Cavalier winning in 2024, and we will know who win tonight. And in the third place playoff, Arnett Gardens and Montego Bay United will clash in the current Razor. Both these teams have great strikers, and there could be a slew of goals come match time. And that's going to be news and sports on your favorite radio. My name is Mikey Bones. Have a great weekend, everybody. I gone.